Hello, and how are you? For anybody who's up at this late hour, it's 10:07 p.m. Central Time, and that might be late for some of you. For me, it's not so much. I get tired around this time, but if I try to go to bed, it doesn't work. So I'm typically up until about 2 a.m. sometimes. Now, I could have sworn I turned the volume down. Well, at least we know that the volume's working, that the audio's good to go. Okay, and then I like to turn the live caption off because it annoys me. I know what I'm saying. So, what am I doing tonight? First of all, I thought I would show you what I did last night because Vanessa Clemens had a craft chat where she invited people on with her. She uses StreamYard, and she's getting something like that started, I guess. I better take a drink of water before my throat gets too dry. One moment, please. I was thinking about doing something with my new alcohol ink stuff, but I haven't watched a tutorial yet, so I'm not really ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is just talk about these Christmas cards that I started making last night. I need to, I stamped in here, but it's too crooked for me. So I need to get another piece of white cardstock and put a layer down and re-stamp that. I got 3 done last night. This one has a little side tuck pocket, corner tuck pocket there. Person could put a gift card there. And then it has a little inside pocket. So I thought I'd write a note to whoever I send this to, fold it up nice, stick it in the pocket. I thought that would be fun. And I decided to do cards that would fit these 6x6 envelopes. That one I curved the edges. I had a little star that had been, what is that shiny stuff? Not coming to me. Has the shiny stuff on it. But this is from last year, from one of Tracy Fox's kits, her December daily advent kit that she put out last year. And then I just used some texture paste and some glaze. That's what I got for Christmas cards so far. How about you? Has anybody started on your Christmas cards yet? And this isn't really a great segue, but along with welcoming you to my channel, I would like to ask that you please like, comment, and subscribe. What I did think that I would do tonight is a December daily. Specifically, what I'm looking for is, where is it? I saw it earlier. December daily. Oh, it's not that. Oh, that makes sense. I had it under social media. Okay, so Darcy's December daily is what I'm thinking of tonight. And I did day 3, so I do have day 3 in here. right there. But I'd like to go back and do some of the other ones that I haven't done so far. So day one was wear your heart on your sleeve, favorite holiday memory. All right, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge to do on the fly. I used part of this sheet for my crafting last night, but I'm going to keep it handy. Oh, it's an exact duplicate of that, so I guess I really didn't need it after all. So I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, I have like a 5-second memory. So I'm going to go ahead and did I put my pen away? I must. There it is. I'm going to write the prompt down. And that'll give me some time to think about what I'm going to do. Wear your heart on your sleeve. And actually, I was thinking that I want to do this kind of stuff a little bit more differently. I want to start doing prompts like I'm journaling. So the prompt is wear your heart on your sleeve. So now I'm going to make it like I'm talking to my journal, which if I would have thought of it sooner, I would have done it sooner. So I might have put, if I were going to wear my heart on my sleeve, wear your heart on your sleeve. If I were to do that, I would have favorite, I would have, I'm just going to show you the prompt list here real quick while I'm writing. And that way you can take a screenshot of it if you'd be interested in doing that and participating. I would have stories of favorite memories such as dot dot dot. Okay, now I've got it written out. Another thing I noticed while I was writing is that this piece here has a white eyeline um, edge around it, which I don't care for that. So another thing that, whoops, did I write too far? I did. I wrote too far. Oh well, that's okay. It's my journal. It's fine. Um, but I'm now, what I want to say, grabbing hold of, embracing the idea of starting a prompt, working to the point that I am inspired, but not forcing myself to finish it should I not be inspired enough to finish it. I hope that makes sense. So, and then I want to use what I've got. Um, so first of all, I would have stories of favorite memories such as, and I think I'm just going to bullet some items here and then see what I can put down in regards to embellishment and artistic expression. So, um, holiday parties, get togethers, I'm going to call it, at grandma's house. And What else? My mother's perfectionism with all things for the holidays. Now, this is my journal, so when I read these, I know what I'm thinking of. But for the purpose of the video, I'll go back through my bulleted items and I'll give a little explanation of what I'm thinking about as I write this. I want to see if I can come up with one more thing and then leave the rest of the space for I'm just going to put ornaments on the tree. Oh, and then how about just a little note? I wish that I had more physical remembrances of those memories. Okay, here we go. Now I was gonna see if I could tie something from here into this, because last night I also did a masterboard, and oh, that's how I came up with these cards. So a lot of each piece on these cards, like this is from the masterboard, this is from the masterboard, and that is not from the masterboard. I took this from my Christmas journal from last year and repurposed it. I love to repurpose things. If it's not being used, let's repurpose it. My husband heard me say that, he'd probably go hide because he doesn't want to be repurposed. Okay. So let's talk about what I was thinking about when I was writing that. So maybe I can have my little Christmas journal to the side and maybe look at things while I'm doing that. Maybe come up with something. Here we go. Get things out of the way. Don't need this. Don't need this. I was thinking something like this would look really pretty here on the bottom. Okay, so my first bulleted item is holiday get-togethers at Grandma's house. Grandma's house was in Dayton, Ohio, and a lot of the Dice relatives had, and that's Dice spelled D-E-I-S, they had houses in what was called Greenmont Village. And it was like, I don't know, like an HOA or subsidiary. I don't know. I was a kid and then a teenager, and those types of things were not of interest to me. So a lot of the holiday celebrations were held at Grandma's house. And it wasn't that big of a house for, let's see, 4 uncles, 2 aunts, and a ton of grandchildren. 3 of us grandkids were older. Well, 2 of us grandkids were older, and then my aunt, who was my grandma's youngest child, was about 9 months older than I am. And because my grandmother got pregnant with my aunt at the same time my mother was pregnant with me. So there was a little bit of rivalry, especially around Christmas because of that. We all adored Grandma. And she did a great job. She had a little living room, and she put up a little tree on one of her end tables. And she really went all out for us kids. And then they had, not a kitchen with a dining room all in one, not a big space, but Grandma decorated everything very festive, and she made wonderful food. She spent days before the holidays events making Christmas cookies, putting them in tins, and she made the most wonderful sugar cookies, and she made snickerdoodles and some kind of hard cookie that was made with almond. Maybe you all know what I'm talking about. And what else? Oh, Russian tea cakes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the cookies. And then she always did, I think she did a ham for Christmas, and scalloped potatoes, and just all kinds of food. And all kinds of booze. She made Molly Hogan mix, which is made with eggs and concentrated orange juice and concentrated lemonade, and I said eggs, right? And orange juice. Oh, let's see what else. I'm repeating myself. Can't remember. In fact, I recently asked my cousin if she had the recipe, because my sister and I were talking about it. Anyways, I don't want to go too long with telling you all my stories. But then my mother's perfectionism with all things for the holidays. So there's no better way to say that. My mother was a perfectionist. For the most part, she dressed very clean and neat, not super fancy, but her idea of new clothes or something like you get from Walmart, but they'd be crisp and neat and clean. And she was well put together. And but the thing that I remember most is when she wrapped presents. The presents were perfect. They came to a point, and everything was perfect on the presents. And then she tied her own bows. And those bows, some of the ribbon had velvet on them. They were gorgeous. I am not that type of a perfectionist. I wish I would have put this down before I started writing, and I actually think, no, I can't. I could go that far. Oh, that'll work. That'll work perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. Let me find a glue page, and then I'll just rewrite it. And a glue stick. So I just jumped right into everything and forgot to ask how everyone was. I hope you're all having a good evening if you're you're watching this tonight and you're having a good day if you're watching it later on during the day. Thank you as usual to all of my subscribers, and thanks so much for when you hit that thumbs up so that I can get likes. Now I want to whine a little bit here and cry and maybe even complain a little bit, but I watch all these other YouTubers and they have such great views, and some of them have a ton, whoops, I'm bending my thing, ton of subscribers, but the big thing that stands out to me is the tons of likes that they get. And I'm like, why can't I get more likes? Doesn't cost anything, doesn't commit you to anything. I'm going to stop complaining for a minute because I got to think. I wish that I had more physical remembrances of those memories. So I'm going to cover up the part that says of those memories. And then I'm going to rewrite that. Now I know I do have some folks that are dedicated to hitting that like button on my videos. Thank you so much. But I don't usually get over, say, 6 likes. If you look at my videos, once in a while I'll get more than that. But my average views right now are about 13 on my lives. And that's probably my fault. I'm probably shooting myself in my foot because I do lives. Because if you look at my videos have more views. So, but I really enjoy doing lives. So please, I really try hard to remember. If you're a fellow YouTuber, I try really hard to remember to like your videos. And yes, I do forget sometimes too. But typically when I get encouragement, I go, oh yeah, I wanted to like. It's really hard in the lives actually if, I don't know, not really. It's just I'm forgetful. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. Okay, so for this one, because there's this white, I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges here. And I will quit whining because I don't have any cheese to go with my wine. I'm going to have cheese on Monday, though, because Monday is fed through the printer poorly. On Monday, but that's okay, I embrace everything, is going to be the prompt for December Ember, and it has to do with cheese. I don't remember the whole prompt, but it does have to do with cheese. So you'll want to be sure to watch my live for Monday. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm probably not going to have a live on Monday. If I would have thought of this sooner, I would have tried to upload a video tonight for Monday because I'm traveling tomorrow. And I'm going to be out of town and coming back on Tuesday. Okay. So there's my challenge for Monday and Tuesday to get my December Ember videos done. Okay. Maybe I'll drink some coffee and get it done tonight. Then we'll go back to the fact that that's going to make my insomnia worse. But, so I really don't need to drink coffee. I just need to not sit on the couch and watch videos all night. And then I'll doze watching videos, and then I'll take myself to bed and wake right up, be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed as soon as I lay down on the bed. Okay, so the next thing, my mother's perfectionist. So I talked about how beautiful she wrapped the gifts with perfection. You know, all the points are perfect, and the bows, she hand tied the bows and bought the most elaborate ribbon. But then she was a heck of a cook too. So my grandpa's birthday was in December, and she would make lemon meringue pie because that was his favorite. Oh my gosh, that was the best lemon meringue pie. What else do we have here? Do we want another one of these? These are all big. What do we got? Well, first of all, do we have anything small? Oh, we could do something like that. Those colors go well. And what's funny is this is from Roxy's Creations, and this is from, I think this is, I might be wrong, and this is from Tracy Fox. I'm pretty sure these are all from Roxy's Creations, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Sure looks like her stuff. Ooh, what do we got in this little pocket? Ooh, we got some fun stuff in this little pocket. But that won't go on that side. Nope, it's not going to work. Snowflake. We want a snowflake. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. What's our next bullet? Ornaments on the tree. The thing that I remember, so we always had a big tree that pretty much, went to the ceiling and was fresh. And the thing that I remember about the tree is that the ornaments came from loved ones. They came from family members, aunts, uncles, from previous Christmases, especially grandma. And we saved those ornaments and put them up every year. Some might have been. So I told you that my grandmother had a child late when my mother was pregnant with me. Well, my mother had a child late as well. And I think I was 12 or 13 when my brother was born. And so we had a baby's first Christmas on the tree because of that. I want to put some blue on this. Let me find my lid. Let's do some shimmer. And I'm looking for my shimmer. Can't remember if I have. Ooh, I have peacock feathers. That'll be good. But yeah. And then my mother made ornaments. So she would go to my mother was a huge crafter. She didn't do scrapbooking, but she did ceramics, and she tied bows, and she made Christmas ornaments and made those for the tree as well as for gifts, Christmas gifts. And so she'd go to the store and she'd buy beautiful, elaborate ribbon and those styrofoam balls, and I need something to block this with. Embellishments that, she had her little organizational container. I don't remember what it looked like. And we just it was fun. We got to help with that. We couldn't so much help with the gift wrapping. I got my new iPad mini in the mail today. So I had fun getting that loaded up. It'll be real helpful for when I'm traveling to have something light to hold on to. I do quite a bit of work in the truck when we're traveling. So that's how I can keep on top of things and still go places. So then I end my little journal spot here saying that I wish I had more physical remembrances of those memories. I I would love it if my grandmother was still around. She was a wonderful person to spend time with, and she made so many happy memories for me and my sister in our childhood. I wish that I still had some of those ornaments. But when I went into the service after I graduated from high school, I left all my stuff at home, and a lot of it was in a chest that my mother had in her room, and it was her hope chest. And while I was gone, I don't think I came home for about a year, and I flew back to get my truck. And no, it wasn't a year, it was less than that. But I got my truck, and my sister drove back out to Idaho with me, and then she flew back home. But somehow, I don't know if at that point my mother had lost the hope chest, or I'd forgotten about it because I went to my dad's to pick up my truck, and my parents were divorced. So it wasn't on my mind. I wouldn't have wanted to take any of that stuff anyways, because I was still I was in the barracks. So I didn't have any place to put all the things from my childhood. But anyways, somehow all of it got lost. And that's what I mean when I wish that I had more physical memories of those remembrance. Yeah, more physical remembrance of those memories. So I've done my journaling, and I've done some real journaling. And I've done a little bit of a cluster here. I wonder if I have, let's look for one, just like one more thing to make this look special. This thing does not want to stay open. I need to put my lid on my glue. What do we got here? Something like that be pretty? I think it would. Or I could put something like this and then put a pretty rhinestone on it. Where'd you go? Sticking to my finger instead of the flower. Nope, get over. Fine, we'll do it this way. That. Oh yeah, that looks pretty, and it's not very bulky, so let's just do that. Well, there we go. Now we have day 1 finished. I've got a lot of work yet to do. I don't usually try to catch up, but I decided I would try to catch up for this one. We'll do that there. Yeah, what the heck. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for visiting my channel and watching what I have to show and say and all that fun stuff. I hope that I was able to do something to inspire you. And I hope that we're all learning along the way. And I hope that you will come visit me again on my channel, and then we'll just see you then. It's so hard to wrap up a video and figure out what the last things you are going to say. So I'll just stick with goodbye.